Ruth Stout wrote a book called Gardening Without Work, and she told how to mulch your garden with hay, used hay that had no value, that she had plenty of. And she said she could do her garden in a wheelchair if necessary. Ruth Stout lived to be 96 years old, and I guess I'm following in her footsteps a little bit because I mulch my garden. And the only difference is I like to get exercise. Now, when Ruth started out in her gardening at a rather advanced age for a gardener, I think she started out gardening when she was 45, moved from New York City to Connecticut, I think, and lived on 55 acres in the country on an old apple farm. But she started out with a tremendous, huge garden and worked really hard in that garden for a number of years before she discovered mulch. And then she reduced the size of her garden, and her idea was to make it without work, since she had worked so hard up until that time. My purpose with a garden and in life at age 74 is this: eat right, exercise, live long. Those are my goals. Live long, live good, be active as long as you can. So what I did with my garden and my property here is I get my exercise here. Used to be, before COVID, I would go hiking on trails around the area, but now I get all of my exercise right here. So I want my garden to be work. And since I've taken over the lawn maintenance of my yard, then it is work actually, because I have to push a lawnmower around this yard and dig up tree limbs and rake leaves pretty much every day. I have a nice, good, sweaty workout even in the wintertime. So what my garden is about physical labor as much as I can make it without destroying my actual garden. The partners I have in this garden don't like me to do too much digging. My partners, of course, are the earthworms that live in my garden. So I try to disturb the soil as little as possible, but also get a workout. So every day that you watch one of my videos, you'll see me getting some exercise somehow and hopefully producing a bumper crop. This is as dull as my garden gets right here, right in the middle of March. In the next month, we'll have this whole thing planted. Exciting times coming up. I have about 200 sweet potato slips I have to create, and the whole garden, all this will be planted soon enough. So today, I'm going to work on getting some exercise, cleaning up my yard.